On today's video, I will be going over the trading phases in high probability trading. A great analogy that I like to give to myself and to my friends is that when you learn how to drive, you still don't have your license, but you know the basics, you know how to drive, right? You can't be thrown out into a fucking highway and be expected to fucking survive or not get a fucking ticket, right? Same thing with this. Like, just because you guys learn an entry model, just because you guys watched a couple videos does not mean you're ready for this. That was the biggest thing I had to learn the hard way because my ego got the best out of me. I've been trading for over a year and I hit a point where I realized my problems have been coming from everything that I've been avoiding. And it's this: understanding high probability setups and the trading phases. Going into yesterday's price action, what happened during Monday? We had an expansion to the downside, filling in this weekly opening gap right here on ES. We have some sort of consolidation for a minute, then the market expands higher. We take out these highs, we tap into this bearish order block right here, and we get that reversal. This right here, this sweep of this high, trading down into these lows right here, targeting this sell side liquidity right here, targeting this gap right here. That's the trade you want to take from market open all the way to 10 a.m., right? After that, after 10 a.m. is usually the reversal trade. From this is where we have London session closing, where we have the reversal stage, right? You got to understand what's happening here. We have a clear sign of a liquidity sweep, failed to go lower into this low, and we closed above this range, right? We closed back above into this range, and what ends up happening after that? We end up entering another market stage where we just consolidate for the rest of the day inside this imbalance. After we have our liquidity sweep right here, we have our tap into our order block over here, and we take this liquidity down here. That's the highest probability setup, right? 9:30, we take out these highs, we tap into the order block, we drop into this level. After that, the market just consolidates. This is not where you want to be in. One of the biggest mistakes why I blew my funded account and why I've been struggling with my trading, doubting myself, was because I was chasing every single candle, every single zone, every single level. I was doing that, not understanding the trading phases, the high probability setups. This is something that it has taken me over a year to understand. The course of this year, this journey that I've had, I've gotten funded 2 times and I've gotten a payout. But I never took the time to really sit down and dissect what was happening for my setups, what was happening and why were my setups failing. This is the reason why. We have the move here. We take out this level right here, and also we take out this liquidity right here. We also have this liquidity over here as well. We take out those 2 levels. The market goes into consolidation. There's nothing to trade here because if you're bearish, your bearish levels got taken out. We should see an immediate reaction from this level if you're bearish, right? Especially on the higher time frame. There is no reason for me to be trading anything else, right? I shouldn't draw my attention to nothing after what happened here. This low can get taken out, this low can get taken out, but this already happened. There was an opportunity to take a trade and get over 30 points, get over 36 points, right? There's the move for that day. Now, if we keep on going into the next session, here is what happened during Asian session. This is why it's important to understand the market phases. Here we have the consolidation after New York swept these lows. I'm still bearish. What happens during Asian session? Asian session takes out these lows, and I think we go lower into that weekly opening gap. Yes, we do. We tap into this fair value gap down here as well. Asian session had the expansion down to these levels right here. It doesn't mean you can't trade it. It doesn't mean you should trade it. It just context for the next trading session, for the next day. If you're going to trade London session, you got to see what price did, where did it go to, where is it staying at. On the 4-hour time frame, we tap into this during London. The 4-hour closes bullish during London. Now if we go to the next candle, 6 a.m. candle, before market opens, keep in mind New York open 9 a.m. Before market opens, we already have established that we came in and rebalanced this fair value gap right here, and the market just ended up loading up more orders here, we can already establish that the market is turning around, right? We can see that we tapped into this 4-hour fair value gap. And the way that I trade, I love trading into 4-hour fair value gaps, into 4-hour highs, into 4-hour lows. I love using the higher time frame, right? The higher time frame has a narrative for you. Now, the analysis for me during London session, we are consolidating in this range, right? On the 4-hour time frame, we have a huge wick and we close a little bit above 50% of this fair value gap right here. But you can see we have consolidation. We come into expansion at 9 a.m. After expansion, we're waiting for retracement. Now for this, I will show you guys a trade idea I had on NQ, just because I have all the markups and everything right here. And I'll show you guys the difference between NQ and ES. Here it's a little bit more clear on NQ, the reason I took this trade, my targets. So we had an expansion, even though we have a bearish narrative, right? We've been trending lower during Asian session. During London session, we were consolidating all across. After tapping into that 4-hour fair value gap right here, pre-market, we have this consolidation. We have expansion after we have a liquidity sweep down here. We take out this liquidity right here, the equal lows right here. We have a expansion to the downside from this consolidation. We retrace back up. We close bullish at 9:30. Now I'm looking for a setup. Now I'm looking for longs. Now I'm looking to enter. So what do we have? When we have expansion and we have retracement, the setup for you to take is back into a fair value gap. When we have retracement, when we're expecting retracement because we have seen that the market is changing, is turning around, it might not go all the way up here. We are bullish, but we are not expecting a whole turnaround. We're into intraday trading. We're just trying to get some portion of the market. We're trying to catch some moves just from external range liquidity back into internal range liquidity. Here, we have this retracement model. We have this fair value gap. We tap into this fair value gap right here, and we're just targeting the consolidation highs. And the secondary target that I had was this 15-minute order block up here. We didn't make it to the order block, but if we go back to ES clears it. ES takes out that order block. After ES takes out the order block, it just starts trading lower and the market goes into a consolidation. PM session, we just start dropping more. Let me just close this. All right. So going into the 15-minute time frame, after ES taps into this order block, taps into this bearish order block right here, we get this rejection, consolidation through the PM session, and what happens here? Asian session, once again, it's ranging lower. The whole bias here is still bearish. I'm still bearish in the market. But for most of you guys, and myself included, this was one of my biggest issues. I've seen that Asian session traded lower, London session traded lower. We had a minor pullback. I'm going for shorts. Yes, but I'm not going for shorts after the 9 a.m., 10 a.m. move. I'm expecting to see a move prior. We've seen this trend lower, right? We know the market might be pushing lower, especially with like the government shutdown and all these things. Like we know that price wants to take out more levels. Honestly, I don't really know where or what we might be seeking. We might tap into these bullish order blocks right here. This bullish order block right here might get respected. We don't know that, right? But intraday, using the trading faces, the high probability setups, that's how you can capitalize intraday. Taking these targets, taking these quick hits, these base hits, targeting these 1-2s. This one was a 1-1, but in reality it could have been a 1-2 or a 1-3. Could have taken a 1-2, but you guys get the point, right? We have this 3-minute. Where is it at? Yeah, it could have been a 1-2, a 1-2 with no problem, and target got hit right, like straight up, like tap into the retracement, and we kept on going higher. We As beginners, we see every fair value gap, we see every inverse fair value gap, every order block, and we're just trying to trade it. But I'm just being honest with you guys. We are not looking at the context. We are not understanding the overall trading phase, what price is doing. Yes, we're overall in a bearish trend. You don't want to trade the trend only when you understand that there's opportunity right here. You might have went short right here when we had this wick out lower, and you probably got cooked at 9:30. Most of you guys might have chased price right here. You got cooked right there. But understanding what's happening, what price is doing, not only will give you clarity and results, but it will help you understand why you took a loss, why you took a win, why price did what it did, why NQ failed to tap into this, but ES, like for example here, like I understood why NQ didn't push higher because ES was just a stronger pair. ES did tap into that level of interest and we had that reaction right there. That's a clear sign to close your position. I could have had a floater right here, a runner back all the way up here. I see that ES takes it out first, and I mean, it is what it is, right? We close the position. But understanding the trading phases, high probability setups is the biggest and most crucial thing for you as a beginner trader. I didn't have a time to record an outro yesterday, but one of the things I want you guys to take from this video is that it's an inevitable part of trading to start over again. When you leave a lot of loose pieces, it's inevitable to start over again. You have to start over again. You will hit a point where you will get tired of losing. You will get tired of the stress, anxiety barking at your fucking ear every single day, telling you that you need to fix this, you need to back test, you need to study more, you need to do the things that are building you instead of auto destructing yourself, self-sabotaging yourself. What I was doing these last couple months was not great, bro. I was trading, not back testing, just fucking around after a trade, just looking for opportunities to enter, not really understanding or taking my time to assess the issue and really look at the charts, look at the market. Where did I fail? What did I miss? I was not looking at that. All I was looking for was the next opportunity, the next trade to make it all back, the next trade to get me closer to the payout. That was what I was doing. That was my biggest mistake. And it was inevitable for me to start all over again. When you have so many loose pieces, you're going to have to start over again. It's like a table, right? Let's say you build a table, but the screws are loose. Eventually, over time, like that shit will collapse. Same thing with your trading. If you have a lot of loose ends, I mean, eventually everything will collapse. And that's what happened to me. That really is what happened to me. But here's the thing. Impatience, stress, anxiety, all of those things are catalysts to destruction, right? If you don't control them, if you don't assess them properly when you know you have to. And the biggest thing here is that this is what separates you. This is what really separates the person that will make it and the person that won't. The person that overcomes all of these things, the person that really puts the time into it and really dedicates himself to it. I'm just seeing it right now. It's like, it has always been within me. It's everything that we need is within yourself. The capabilities that you lack, the creativity that you have to make yourself doubt yourself, to make yourself look for every bad scenario, every bad reason why you are not profitable, why you're not changing your life. You have it. Same creativity to think about the ways to get better, the same creativity to create a plan, to create a solution for the problem. As within, so without. And if your mind is not right, it's not aligned, bro, everything will collapse. And it's coming from a person who was literally all over the place. I couldn't get myself out of that situation because I was just stalling. The pressure built up, and it was just a moment where I had to take it slow. I wanted to prove something to myself and to those around me. I wanted to validate myself off of my trading. A lot of things that had to happen. It's only year one for me. It's so crazy how much I've learned. It's only year one for me. And it's only going to get better. I'm going to get funded again. I'm going to get payouts. I'm going to change my life day by day. But for you, it will never happen if you don't assess the fucking problem before it really gets
ugly and hectic. Everything around me outside of my life, outside of my trading, um, collapsed, and I just couldn't resist. I folded, but I realized in the bigger scheme of things, it was necessary for me to grow and appreciate every single little thing, appreciate the progress, appreciate that I never quit, understand that everything around me, I pretty much cost it because I was just looking for facts that prove that I was not worth it, that prove that I was not good enough. Same thing. If I look for the facts that prove that I am great, that I am worthy of it, I'll find them. If I look for the plan to become successful, if I have the creativity to figure it out, I will have it. Same thing as the procrastination, the plan to auto destruct myself. You can create it. As within, so is without. Fix your mindset first, and everything else will change. I love every single one of you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I've been away from creating content just because I'm not trying to it's not that I'm trying to change the content, but I'm trying to introduce more of this type of content because when I first started, I was doing more of this, and I feel like I took a pivot into just posting like the same thing every day, which I didn't like because this channel is about trading. Yes, it's about my day-to-day life, but for now it's like my journey, my trading journey, my progress is my trading journal pretty much. And I took a pivot from that. Like I felt like I was lost, But slowly but surely we're getting back on track, aligned. And if you guys like these type of videos, let me know down below in the description. And if this video helped you open your eyes in the market, in your mentality, your psychology for trading, I'm half asleep, bro. Like it's 9:30 a.m. But if this helped you, let me know down below in the description, and I will keep posting videos like this. But with that being said, boys, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one.